Arsenal 2, Luton 0 player ratings. David Raya, let's be honest, he did not have a lot to do at all. Literally did not have anything to do. Maybe one save and then a bit of kicking, but he kept a clean sheet. So I'm going to give David Raya 7 out of 10. I don't think he had a lot to do at all. So 7 out of 10 for David Raya. Let's go to the centre backs. Now, Gabriel, I was really keeping an eye on Gabriel today. That guy is so amazing. So amazing. The tackles, the duels. I saw him winning the ball so much. I literally went to check how many duels he had won by the 70th minute. I think he had won like 6 out of his 7 duels, which is just crazy. Like, even in a game like this, you can see his energy. And when you talk about intensity, Gabriel and Saliba still had to defend in the second half, and they were working so hard to keep the clean sheet. And you can tell these guys want to keep a clean sheet every single day, every single game, whichever team we are playing. And these days it's become so easy for us. Like, we just keep clean sheets and we just know you're going to keep a clean sheet. And it's crazy, man. The way you defend is so superb. So I'm going to give Gabriel an 8 out of 10. The duels he won, the aerial duels and all that, we didn't have to defend a lot. But in the second half, remember, especially the last 25 minutes, Luton, when that Chong guy came on with the hair, he was putting in a lot of crosses and Gabriel was clearing a lot of them. So Gabriel, 8 out of 10. I absolutely love him. There's a time we were trying to argue who should play between Gabriel and Pablo Mari. Gabriel, 8 out of 10. William Saliba, I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10. In terms of duels and all that, I think Gabriel was clearing the ball a lot more and all that. But Saliba was still very comfortable as always. Saliba, I think, has played every single minute for us this season. Remember, Gabriel was not playing at the beginning of the season, but Saliba has played every single game and he's looked very comfortable in almost all of them. Apart from a few, but he's one of the best defenders in the league. There's a time we were nowhere near having the best defenders in the league. And there's a time you could not really argue with Liverpool fans and Man City fans, and they had Laporte and Diaz, and they had Van Dijk and Matip and those guys. Now, chest out, I can say Gabriel and Saliba, the best defensive partnership in the league, very easily. Like, they all just perform incredibly well every single game. They bully whichever player they come across, whether it's Haaland or Morris, doesn't matter. That's absolutely incredible. So 7 out of 10 for Saliba. The right back, Ben White, 8 out of 10. Again, not just defending. He just goes forward as well. He tries to create chances for us, and the skills, the confidence that he has all the time, Ben White, incredible once again, that guy, man. I absolutely love him. Gabriel and Ben White are the most underrated defenders, I think, in the league. And for us, it's good for us that he doesn't really play for England, so he gets to rest. We are Arsenal fans. We're not really England fans. Some of you are England fans, fair enough, but I'm sure you love Arsenal more than you love England as an international team, I'm sure. So we are happy that with Ben White is playing more for us than for England, and England is blessed with a lot of right backs anyway. So Ben White, incredible today, 8 out of 10. I absolutely love him. He makes everything look easy, doesn't get exposed at all. Remember, he was a centre back. Ben White was a centre back. He only started playing right back for us because Tomiyasu was injured. So huge compliment to Ben White. That is one thing that that Tomiyasu injury last season at the beginning of the season, it kind of helped Arteta, because if you remember correctly, we were trying to debate who was going to start between Saliba and Ben White, because Ben White had just come off a season when he was playing a centre-back, and we thought Tomiyasu right back, Zinchenko left back, centre-back, Gabriel and who? Saliba or Ben White. Now, Tomiyasu getting injured, it allowed Arteta to push Ben White to the right side and Saliba to play with Gabriel, and then within the first 5 games, we had realized how good Ben White is at right back and how good Saliba was, and we kept both of them in the team. So absolutely incredible. And Ben White has been magnificent since then. And what a player. 8 out of 10 for Ben White. Zinchenko. I know he gave away the ball a couple of times. I was annoyed with it. There's one that he gave away the ball, and I was like, Zini, bro, man. I don't want Zini to go anywhere next season. He doesn't have to be a regular starter, but I feel there's some games, like the games where the teams are defending, he's going to help us in terms of opening up the opposition. I still don't think he's one of the best defenders at all. Nowhere near. I do agree with most of you in terms of him defending. He's not the best defender for sure. Some of you have said maybe he should be tried in midfield. I still want to see that, because he plays in midfield for Ukraine. But you can't really try that right now. If he stays, I'd like to see that in preseason. I'd like to see Zinchenko being tried in midfield as a number 6 and also as a number 8. Let's see how he does. In case he stays, there's always a chance. There's a couple of players that I feel like they're going to leave, the likes of Nelson and Ketia, maybe 70% chance they're going to leave. But there's some others that, Odegaard, Saliba, I definitely know they're going to be here next season. But there's others like Zinchenko and Partey, I'm like, are they going to be here next season or are they going to leave? There's a chance Partey could stay. There's a chance he could leave. There's also a chance that Zinchenko could stay. There's a chance he could leave. So Smith Rowe the same. We're not really sure about those ones. Let's see how it goes though. But Zinchenko for today. Now, there's a couple of times he had the ball and he had the ball in our box and he was dribbling past players. And I was like, yeah, this is what I want to see from Zinchenko, like comfortable in the ball, running with the ball, getting past players. We get a clean sheet. But I'm not forgetting that one or twice or something he gave away the ball. But I'm going to forgive him for that because sometimes he came back and got the ball back and stuff. So I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10. But the mistakes, they're giving away the ball. Yeah, because if the only way Luton would have scored today is us giving them the ball, that's the only way they would have scored today. So 7 out of 10 for Zinchenko. Maybe some of you give him a 6. That is understandable. Midfield, Partey, I'm going to give Partey a 7 out of 10. I was tempted to give Zinchenko and Partey 6 out of 10 because second half it was very quiet, and first half Partey didn't really have a lot to do at all in midfield. Comfortable game, exactly the game you want to bring in Partey for, because we're going to need him for the next games. There's some games you're going to need both Partey and Rice on the pitch together, Partey, Jorginho, whoever it's going to be. Maybe some game you're going to need all three of them together, Partey, Jorginho, and Rice for the last 20 minutes of a game or something. But we definitely need him between now and the end of this. So I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10 today. Didn't have a lot to do. 7 out of 10. Odegaard scored our goal. Martin Odegaard scored our goal. Very good finish. You could always tell with Odegaard in the first half, the pressing and all that, Odegaard is really good in terms of pressing and energy. It's always there. He was winning the ball a lot and he created a couple of chances. There's a couple of times I felt like he should have shot the ball. He didn't, but he got our goal. And second half was very quiet. Now, as I said, Odegaard and Saliba and those guys, if they're quiet in the second half, I can understand, because he just came from playing against Man City. Maybe you're saving energy for Brighton and Bayern coming up. You've already won the game. There's no need of rushing all the time. Because if you remember, we were 6-0 up against Sheffield, and Martinelli was running, and that is how he got injured until today. Now, he obviously has come back, but that game we were 6-0 up, and Martinelli was pressing, trying to get a 7th goal, and that is how he got stepped on. So that's why I feel like maybe I just told them, listen, we don't need to get any more injuries after we are comfortably 2-0 up, 3-0 up. Just relax. So for the players like Odegaard and those guys, I'm like, okay, that is fine. You don't have to really run in the second half as long as you've won the game. But for, players like the others who don't really regularly play, expect more in the second half. But for Odegaard, if he was involved in the second half in a goal or something, I would have given him an 8. But a couple of misplaced passes and all that, I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10. He scored a goal, very good goal. I think 7 out of 10 is fair enough. We usually give players 8 out of 10 when scoring and stuff, but quiet second half for everyone. Really, so 7 out of 10 for Odegaard. Smith Rowe. Again, very quiet second half. I'd like to know what you guys made of Smith Rowe's performance, because personally for me, the 2 goals, he's the one who got us the 2 goals. So we have to take that into consideration. The first one, it was Smith Rowe pressing the midfielder relentlessly, and he got the ball back for us. And he passed the ball, I think, to Odegaard or Havertz, and then it got to Odegaard and he scored the goal. And the second goal, it was his clever run to the left side. And he didn't just cross the ball. Sometimes he ran to the wing and then players just cross the ball without looking. He actually got his head up. Now, that's something that people say about Martinelli. He always runs with his head down. Smith Rowe, it was good to see. Martinelli is still incredible, for sure. He's still obviously a starting out. You're not saying he doesn't do whatever. But it was good to see like Smith Rowe getting to the wing and actually getting his head up and actually looking at where he's going to pass the ball. And he did that, and he picked up the right pass, and it ended up being an own goal. 2-0 to Arsenal, fantastic. So he's involved in both games. The first one, it was from his pressing. The second one was from his, obviously, his cross as well. So taking that into consideration, he also had a shot. He was unlucky to score. I was praying so hard that he scores, because it's been so long since he scored. You guys remember 2021, 2022 Smith Rowe? He was our top scorer or something next to Saka. Crazy. So Smith Rowe and Saka saved Arsenal in 2020. We were completely dying, and they came from the academy and saved us. And absolutely amazing. So I'm going to give Smith Rowe an 8 out of 10. I know it was a quiet second half, But first half, he helped us get the 2 goals, and I cannot really ask for any more. He helped us get the 2 goals. So 8 out of 10 for Emil Smith-Rowe. Forward players, let's start with Trossard on the left side. He was very lively in the first 20, 30 minutes. Trossard was very, very lively. It was looking like if you were to score a goal or something, it was going to come from Trossard. He didn't really get a goal at stuff, and sometimes took too much time on the ball, but he was always lively. Even in the second half, there was a lot of pressing, and he was coming back and making interceptions. I love to see that. Yes, it was a quiet second half, but you have to look at all of that. And you're showing a few skills here and there. Trossard looking very sharp. I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10 for today, Leandro Trossard. The other winger, Nelson. This is so hard, though. I feel like out of all of them, I think Nelson was so quiet. I think Trossard was definitely more lively than Nelson. I think Smith was definitely more lively than Nelson. For many of the players, almost all of them, they were very quiet in the second half. But I think we can actually say Nelson was quiet in the second half and also in the first half. So that's not great. I don't know if it's because the ball wasn't going there too much, but I think he was losing the ball a bit too much as well. You need to be a little bit stronger. That's why people are asking for a backup for Saka. I don't think many of you really believe in Nelson that much. Listen, he's still going to help us this season. There's still some games you're going to need him to come on and inject that pace and all that. But a little bit disappointing today. Didn't do a lot. So I'm going to give him a 6 out of 10. Kai Havertz, he got the assist. He got the assist for... I wanted to give Havertz a 6 out of 10 as well today. I felt like he was a bit quiet too. I wanted to give him a 6 out of 10. But I took it to a 7 out of 10 because he got the assist. A very good pass to Odegaard. But I'm very tempted to take it down back to a 6 because of that stupid yellow card for diving. I don't like those kind of yellow cards. So, yeah, we have to take both into consideration. So, hope that is fair enough. I had a 6 for him. Took it to a 7 because he got an assist. Does an assist outweigh a dive? Should I stick with a 7 or give him a 6? If I was giving Haas, it would have been 6.5. He got an assist. Is it Odegaard, Smith, Partey? I've given the likes of Zinchenko, Partey 7. Should I give... Okay, let me know. What did you guys give Havertz, 6 or 7? For now, I'm going to give him a 6 because I don't like those kind of yellow cards for diving. 6 out of 10. Let me know. Would you give him a 6 or ignore the yellow card for diving and give him a 7? 6 out of 10 for now. But he got the assist, so it's okay if you give him a 7. I'll rewatch the game again and see if I missed anything. The bench players who came on, I hope that is everyone in the lineup. Yep, the bench players who came on, Rice, 6 out of 10. I didn't have a lot to do, 6 out of 10. Ketia, 6 out of 10. If I was giving halves, it would have been a 6.5 because he was winning the ball a few times and he took a shot from outside the box as well. I wanted to see that in the second half. You weren't taking any shots. Martinelli as well, 6 out of 10. Martinelli has played on the right side 2 games now. I don't know if it's because it's just the last 15 minutes, but it doesn't look that sharp on the right side. I would prefer for those 20 minutes to have Trossard on the right and Martinelli on the left because Trossard plays on the right side for Belgium. So I would prefer that. 6 out of 10. Trossard and Doku usually rotate, but Trossard, the games that I watched recently, the 5-6 games, he's played on the right side for Belgium. So Martinelli 6 out of 10. Tomiyasu, you know what? I feel like Tomiyasu deserves a 7 or something. I think he actually looked very, very good when he came on. So I'm going to upgrade that to a 7 out of 10 for Tomiyasu. Did I forget anyone? Jorginho wasn't on for too long, so just 5 out of 10. Mikel Arteta, I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10. Wasn't outstanding. We didn't score a lot of goals or create a lot of chances, but we got the win. Good result after the Man City game. He rotated the team and he still got a very comfortable win. Saka's finally rested. Rice was finally rested. Martinelli was also rested. Jesus was also rested. So you're looking sharp for the next few games. Brighton next is not going to be easy. You're going to need to run a lot. So it's good that these players have rested. So 7 out of 10 for Arteta.